Peace, y'all. There's a lot of men out here with no real purpose in their life. Like, they work their job, they come home playing video games, maybe grabbing a drink, watching sports. They do the same thing over and over again. Get some pussy on the weekend, watch a whole bunch of Netflix, play some more video games, right? Maybe get some pussy, do the same shit, go back to work, repeat cycle. I don't care what job you have. Unless this job is based on your purpose of being here on this planet, and unless your job is of service to someone and it is your heartfelt passion, meaning when you go to work, whatever that work is, whatever that hustle is, you scammers, whatever that scam is, right? If that is part of your purpose, we know a scam is not part of someone's purpose, but whatever your purpose is here on this planet Earth, your job, and this is for men and women, but I'm specifically talking to men. Your job is to find a purpose, to create something, to build something, and leave something here for not only yourself, but for your family and for your future generation. Man is led by strength. Man is identified by his strength. But not only is man identified by his strength, man is identified by his purpose. Man is identified by how active he is at pursuing his purpose. Not how much pussy he could get, not how many girls he could conquer, not how many cars he could get, not how big his house is, not how nice his G-Star jeans are, not how cool his Gucci sneakers are, not how fly his Versace shirt is, not how big his motherfucking Cuban link chain is. Man is defined by his purpose. He is loved by his purpose. And once you're on your purpose, you ain't gotta have none of that. You're gonna vibrate, you're gonna shine, you're gonna radiate, because people know when someone's on their purpose. People love to see people on their purpose. People are inspired by other people that's on their purpose. Those of you who have children, your children are inspired when they see you living your purpose. No matter what material items you may or may not have, your purpose is what matters. People think, a lot of younger men think, by completing a video game, you get a false sense of completion, like you've really done something. By working your job and getting a nice check, even if you're a quote unquote high value man, and you're making a six-figure check. That doesn't really mean you're a high-value man. It just means you're a good earner. But if you are making $100,000 and plus a year, and it's not tied to your purpose, you still ain't doing shit. You still aren't doing really anything. You did not come out of your mama's vagina to go work or to be a manager or to be a supervisor, right? And not create something that lasts beyond your life, and not create something that influences future generations, to not create something that impacts the planet, to not create something that serves others. We love to talk about us, and I'm talking about melanated people, we love to talk about how we created pyramids and how we had these great societies and how we created schools like Timbuktu and all that, right? But what's happening right now? Where's the creations? We create some good music, right? But a majority of us, that's about it. Like, we're more so in other people's business. We're more so when concerned with what other people are doing. We're more so concerned with the aliens. We're more so concerned with outside things and outside forces, versus developing the jewel and the gems that we have within ourselves, developing the gold, right? The gold that is within us, polishing these situations that we grow up in, harsh urban environments, the ghetto, the struggles, right? And even those of you who grew up not in poverty, but maybe was raised by the nanny, maybe were ignored by your parents because they were working so hard, right? You went through these situations and you went through these struggles for a particular reason. And it is up to you to find out what that reason is, to accept that is part of your purpose, that is part of your destiny, to go through these struggles, to go through the heartbreak, to go through the pain, to go through the hurt. Identify that, transform, transmute, and be an alchemist. And change and create something. Do something other than your job, unless your job is your passion again, and you wake up happy and joyful every single day. You know this is what you were born and put here to do. That's a different story. If you know you're just doing this for a check, and you know that that's all it really is, then that means you have to dig deeper and find out why you were here. Why of all the other millions of sperm, your sperm was the one to hit the egg. Because your purpose is bigger than you. Your purpose is bigger than your family. Your purpose is bigger than your culture. Your purpose is bigger than your community. Your purpose is a creation that will last way beyond you, similar to the pyramids, similar to the hieroglyphs, similar to the stories of these great men and women that we talk about, like Memnon and Queen Ty and Hannibal Barca of Carthage, so forth and so on, the Dr. Benz, the Dr. Chancellor Williams, the Noble Drew Ali's. These are people, the Elijah Muhammad's. These are people that created something, whether you believe it or not, whether you are down with it or not. These are men that created and built something that lasted. So to my kings out there, to my gods out there, to my divine masculine, let's work on what we're going to build in 2022, what we're going to create in 2022, how we're going to link up with each other and form startups in 2022, how we're going to link up in the metaverse and create things, how we're going to create social media sites, how we're going to bring influencers and celebrities into our own melanated, so-called black-owned social media sites and blow those up like we blow up Instagram, Facebook, and all these other ones, Clubhouse, and blow our own shit up in 2022. Let's create our own pyramids, y'all. And I'm talking to you fellas out there because we got to be the ones to lead, right? We protect, we provide, we create. So we got to be the ones. Women will always follow strength. If that's what if that's your main purpose of getting all this money and getting all these things, women are always going to follow strength, and they're always going to follow intelligence, and they're always going to follow wisdom and a problem solver any day of the week. Doesn't matter how much money you have. If you don't have wisdom, you don't have intelligence, you're not a problem solver, you're not a creator, eventually they aren't going to give a fuck about your money, and they're going to fuck some dude straight out of Wendy's, right? That might be a little smarter than you. And he might be working the grill, or he might be the manager of Wendy's or whatever. But he's a little smarter than you, he's a little wiser, right? And he got a vision, and he got a goal, and he got some ambition that he's working on, and he's working on creating something. That's going to be way more attractive than your Versace suits and your Gucci sneakers. Peace, power, and prosperity to everyone. One love.